Hey friends, welcome back, and I'm sure by the title of this video you see that we have a lot to talk about and a lot to catch up on. This video has been one I have wanted to film over the last couple of months and weeks, and just have had to wait for a couple of things to really make a bunch of these different announcements. I am just really excited to sit down and share with you what we've been up to, life changes we have going on, and obviously things that you're going to see in content coming up. So in this video, I'm going to sit and chat with you. We're going to kind of have some one-on-one time. It's been a long time since I've done that. And I'm also going to show you some lunch meal prep that I've been doing as well. Since, as you can see from the title of this video, my life has been very busy in the last little while and is going to continue to be fairly busy over the next few months. I have got to stay on top of meal prepping just because it's like necessity right now for me, particularly for myself, just because I have to make sure that I'm stopping in the middle of all the busy and crazy to make sure I'm getting my lunches in. So before we get into the nitty gritty, let's go ahead and jump right into that meal prep. I want to say a big thank you to Ello for sponsoring today's video. They're going to help me out with some weekly lunch meal prep here with their Duraglass Refresh meal prep set. I just find if I don't take the time to prep lunches for myself, I tend to forget to eat and the day is gone by before I know it. So I love this set because it has a different color for every day of the week and I know what I'm prepping for each day. Speaking of that, we're gonna make two different sheet pan meals to put into my lunch containers. We're going to make a meal with some sliced sausage, some broccoli, and we'll just put a drizzle of oil in this and toss in some seasoning. And then we're going to make a second sheet pan meal so we can put it all in the oven at one time, and it just simplifies everything. I love using Ello products because they are safe, clean, and green. I have stored my food in glass for a number of years and I've really tried a lot of different brands, but this one in particular has a few features that are just amazing. With the Duraglass, I know that I have a good durable glass that can hold up to the wear and tear of lunches and meal prepping every week. Moving on to our second sheet pan meal, I'm going to cut up some small potatoes, dice them up, and then we're also going to roast up some chicken as well to make this a more complete meal. Both of these things we're going to use a seasoning and an olive oil just to keep everything very simple and very easy ingredients, nothing too complicated. I love the aesthetics of the Ello storage containers, and right now my favorite is this Everest set. It just has these beautiful tones and I love the way they look in my refrigerator. A quick tip I've noticed lately in making chicken breasts, especially on a sheet pan meal like this one, I haven't been cutting the breasts up before I roast them. I just noticed that they dry out a bit more, and when I keep them whole like this and roast them, they tend to keep their moisture and they're easy to slice after they've been roasted. You all know that I am big on easy cleanup, and all the parts of these containers are top rack, dishwasher safe, freezer safe, and BPA free. They have an airtight locking lid, ensuring no spills, and will keep your food fresh for longer. You know that I have been saying this for years at this point, but making sure that your food is in an airtight container definitely gives your food life longer. A feature that makes these Ello containers stand out is the no-slip silicone boot that reduces the chance of chips and breaks while also acting as a built-in coaster. I love when I have everything laid out like this and I have each meal assigned for their specific day. You can check out the link for the Ello Duraglass meal prep containers in the description box below and use my code Adaline20 for 20% off your purchase. All right, I decided to sit down and get kind of comfy in one of my favorite places in this house, have a nice little cup with you guys. Oh my goodness. The last couple of months have been a wild ride behind the scenes. And obviously there's different parts of my life that you see here on YouTube. I've went through seasons of sharing more of my life and seasons of sharing less of my life, which I think is perfectly understandable. I've been on YouTube for 8 years now. This is like the 8-year, right around this time of years, whenever I started 8 years ago. So it's been a long time. And for those of you that don't know, I need to set my cup down a little bit. I like to talk with my hands. Some people don't like that about my videos, and I've just decided it's me. So if you don't like it, you don't need to continue watching my channel if it bothers you a lot. But otherwise, it's just me. It's who I am. So I have been kind of hinting at this for the last month or so, that we've got changes coming and things happening behind the scenes. And I have contemplated doing something outside of YouTube for a long time, and you guys have been big rooters of that. I've gotten lots of messages and comments saying you should do some kind of merch, like you should do a cookbook. That's a big one. You should do a cookbook. And I'm actually not a huge lover of recipe creation. I like to follow recipes, and I do my own tweaks and stuff, but I'm not one to go in the kitchen and do tons of experimentation on my own. I really enjoy like having a recipe to follow. Doesn't mean that the cookbook idea isn't thrown out the door. I may, someday do that. But the true me, the bottom of me, is definitely more of an artist. I'm a very creative type person. And if you guys have been around since the beginning, and maybe you have been here for 8 years, you know that about me. If you guys also are new, you may not know that this is actually one of 2 channels I have. So this is Adaline's Kitchen, which is where I do lots of meal prepping and food related things. And then I have a second channel called Adaline's Home, and that is more like home organization and home DIY. So if you are familiar with that channel, then you already know that I'm someone who loves just being creative and redoing furniture and doing my own stylizing of things and stuff like that. So that's not a huge surprise for you. But one thing that I think in my adult years has gotten lost a little bit, especially in the last handful of years, is just my creative side when it comes to art. And I've recently really been able to rediscover some of that and realize like this is my passion. This is something I'm like really excited about. So I'm unfolding all of this kind of in a certain order because you will see why, because it has to do with the moving aspect and everything. So I have decided, and this decision was made several months ago, to open a small shop. I am not in this video going to go into too great a detail of what is going to be in my shop. There will be a whole other announcement about that, partly because there is still designing and stuff going on, and I can't drop too many bombs on what's going to be in my shop yet, because I am making some of it, which is going to lead into the moving part of it. So some of it is going to be handmade items. And then some of it is going to be manufactured. And so I'm like in the midst of a whole lot of things when it comes to finding the manufacturers to put my art on, just different things that I have also designed and whatnot. So there's been a whole new world to me, things I did not know about having like a product-based business and things like that. I've had to do a ton of research and just like, yeah, I've never done anything like that. I have always, even before I did YouTube, had service-based businesses. And so it's a whole new world to me for sure. And so anyways, I am thrilled with this, but coming to terms with the fact that a business like this takes a studio and takes kind of its own space, has really brought us to the point of just deciding what we wanted to do. We weren't sure about living here where we're at and possibly putting, a small building here and using that. We weren't sure what all was going to take place. And it just so happens to all work out that we found a place that has an exterior building that will work for a studio for me, and the house itself is just so cute. So cute. I am so excited. If you guys have been around for years, you probably have picked up on the fact that with my home interior, like decorating, DIYs and things like that, that the house we are currently, this house that I'm sitting in right now, living in, is not necessarily like my style. I mean, I've obviously made it my own and I love all bits and pieces. We have so enjoyed living here, have nothing, negative about living here at all. But there is a certain style that I really love, particularly the farmhouse style with hardwood floors and things like that. And this house has those things. It's a very different layout than the house we're currently living in. So the one that we are moving to is very different, but like in a really cool way, I guess. Something I'm super excited about. So I've already started filming content because as I'm sitting here right now, there are boxes, literally, I know you can see my beautiful sunroom with all my plants that are going to sit here until like actual moving day. But the rest of the house is pretty well like in packing mode. I've rolled up rugs. We went through like my daughter's toys and clothing, all of that stuff. And we've lived in this house for a year. And you guys might remember that last year when we moved, I like, honestly, as crazy as this sounds, with everything that happened, I don't even know how much of it I really like talked about here on YouTube or on social media platforms, but we, the house that we were in was a rental house and it was going to be sold, and we were not really interested in purchasing it. And right at the same time, I got a very severe case of pneumonia. And to the point where we had to have friends come in and help pack our house. Like, I didn't even pack my kitchen. Other people packed my kitchen. It was a very trying time, needless to say. And even now, like repacking my house to move, even though it's an exciting move and like I can't wait and all of that, it just like brings back the memories of like, wow, I didn't even pack this when we moved last year. Or even boxes I found that were packed that I didn't like, haven't been unpacked, that I didn't pack to begin with. And that's why I didn't even know what was in that box because I didn't pack it. All of that to say, I'm incredibly grateful for everyone that helped us move during that time, because I quite literally couldn't lift anything. Like my lungs, I was just really, really ill. So this move feels very different for me. I'm able to go through everything. You all know my love of organization. And so just being able to like go through my own pantry, go through our cellar, like see that never got fully even unpacked correctly. And we do have a cellar space at this new house as well. And so there's just many bits and pieces. So for those of you that maybe have wondered about these things through my videos, particularly the things like the cellar, and because I had filmed a lot at our other house on our cellar storage and stuff, you've wondered about these things. This is all kind of driven back to the fact of how crazy our move was. And I feel like we haven't fully recuperated from that move. It's like someone else picking up your whole house and like setting it somewhere else. I mean, the first night we moved, I didn't even know where bath towels were to take a shower. It was just crazy. Again, grateful for all the help we had. But on the other hand, it was just wild. So excited about that. I have an entire studio room space to decorate and paint and make it into what represents my small shop, and also to obviously be filming in there. So that kind of wraps back around to content. So I will be still filming and posting, on both channels. In fact, you're going to see a much more regular schedule. We have lots of fun home projects and all the things that go into my home channel. And then also still going to be doing meal preps and just like many different aspects, and even coming back to Instagram and stuff as well. And so as weird as this sounds, I feel like this home, which I said this in the announcement video for us to move last year, but this home felt very temporary, and I felt that way to my absolute core. I told like all my friends and family that like this feels like a temporary home. Like I don't think this is where we're supposed to be for like ever and ever or anything like that. And now that this is all unfolding, I see why I felt that way. And so it's not like incredibly sad to move from here or anything like that. It's just very exciting and this whole next chapter of life. And I cannot wait to share with you guys all of the home projects and all that, and then also some new content that is going to be connected to having a small shop, and obviously sharing all of those bits of news and everything that's going to go with that. I think I'm going to be filming bits and pieces of the move too. Like I said, I've started filming some stuff, and so you're gonna see a whole lot more unfolding over the next couple of weeks, and I obviously will be doing a more formal announcement for my small shop and just sharing all the bits and pieces, all the fun stuff, guys. Like I just can't even. Like this shop is my baby, and it is my dream, and it's my passion, and I haven't been this excited about something in a very, very long time. So to be able to share it all with you, to share the like setting up of the first shelf and like getting things stocked and all of that has me really, really thrilled. And just, yeah, and our family is really excited for this move as well. It is a better setup for my husband's business as well, and it just is all gonna work out. It also, let's see, I'll share a little bit about the house. I'm going to next week, so right now I've been posting about one video a week. And so for the next little while, I think you're gonna see probably 1 week posted on the Adaline's kitchen, again, more the meal prepping inspo, and then the next week posted on Adaline's home, and just kind of flip-flopping, because I don't know if I can handle more than one video a week with everything that's going on right now, but that may change in the future. But just to kind of prepare you, so next week, I think will either be a moving vlog on the home channel, or maybe I'll do like a home tour, like an official home tour on there, and you guys can just, yeah, get to see all of the details and everything. But I'll share a couple things that are very exciting for us. One of them is obviously the fact that I will have a studio, and I'm so excited about that. It's something that we're starting from scratch. The room is there, but it just needs to be like, it needs to be Adalined up a little bit. I can't wait to do all of that. So that part's really neat. So the current place we live in doesn't have any porches or exterior spaces. And if you guys have been around for a while, you know how much I love having exterior spaces. I love having a porch or like a patio or an area to just hang out outside. And that has been something that I have missed so much living at this house. We've had place to do like a fire out in the yard and that type of thing, but there's no deck, there's no porch, there's no patio here. And so that is what I just can't wait for. There is a very nice patio at this place. And then also there is hardwood floors, which I love, and there is a nice farmhouse sink, and just, yeah, I just can't wait to show you all. There's a front porch that we can do fun little decorations and things like that, do more DIY projects. There is a beautiful old pantry. There's actually two type pantries in the kitchen, but there's a beautiful old one that has like cabinet doors that open up, and so I can't wait to organize that and just make it my own. And our daughters are really excited about different bits and pieces of this house as well. So I would love for you guys to guess what you think is going to be in my small shop. Like I said, some things are going to be handmade by me and my mom. There's a little hint. And then some things are going to be manufactured, because I just can't handle doing everything. But I do want to have some hand in these things, and I will be packing orders myself, at least to start off with. So that part is really exciting. So I'd love to hear your guesses of what all will be in my small shop. There is going to be a variety of things in my small shop, and also as the new year rolls in, we will be launching more things in my shop as well. So I'd love to hear all your guesses in the comments below, and obviously just chat with you guys about this catch up. But I have rambled on long enough. I just can't wait. I can't wait for the next season of life that we're in. We have so many different things going on. Yeah, I'm not going to go into great detail, but other things in our personal life that have just been really good, like positive things, and just excited for this season of life. And if you're not subscribed to my home channel, you may want to do that. It's always linked below, and I have so much more to share with you guys very, very soon. And if this is your first video of mine, you can go ahead and subscribe for the ride we are about to go on. Give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in my next one.